Good morning. It's Monday, May the 18th, and this is Wisdom for Your Week. In years past, experts would use something called a barometer to help predict weather forecasts. A barometer measures air pressure in the atmosphere, and based on those measurements of air pressure, short-term weather forecasts could be made. If the air pressure is doing one thing, then we can expect the weather to do this thing. And so it's a way to forecast what will happen in the future. Proverbs teaches that there's something else that forecasts what will happen in the future. Not in the weather, but in our life, the outcome of our life, whether we are headed for something good or something not so good. It's not a barometer, it's a specific trait or behavior in our life. It's either the presence of pride or the presence of humility. Proverbs 18 verse 12 says, "Before his downfall a man's heart is proud, but humility comes before honor." This means that the presence of pride in our life is a predictor or a forecaster of the future, of what is coming in our life. In this case, according to Proverbs, a downfall or a destruction, a broken life. Just like the pressure dropping on a barometer means that stormy weather is on the way, pride in my life means that destruction is in my future. Do you know that pride was the original sin in the Garden of Eden? Not by Adam or Eve, but by Satan. And when Satan committed the sin of pride, he set himself against God, and he set in motion his own destruction. C.S. Lewis said that pride is the complete anti-God state of mind. We are never more like Satan than when we are prideful, and when we practice Satan's sin of choice, we set ourselves up for destruction. The opposite is true as well, according to Proverbs. If instead of pride, I practice humility, then the future holds honor for me instead of destruction. My behavior, the presence of humility, is a predictor of my future life. Not a life of brokenness brought on by pride, but a life of honor. And our ultimate example of humility, as in so many things, is the Lord Jesus Christ. From the moment Jesus put aside the glory of heaven to be born in a lowly stable, until he breathed his last breath on the cross, Jesus' life was an example of humility, of putting others first and himself last. And so just like we're never more like Satan than when we're proud, we're never more like Jesus than when we're humble. So you've got a clear choice today: pride or humility, destruction or honor, being like Satan or being like Jesus. And that's wisdom for your week.